not letting those muscles discourage us at all.
All right, let's load up the stuff, guys.
Girls, if we all just keep our head in the game and try to stay, together and just take the boys down, then we'll just be one huge ball of badassness.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
The next day.
I'm all about being independent, not, relying on men for anything. But fire is really important. They keep their fire going because it's right by their bed. I mean, they just have a really good system going for them, and we don't. And we're so overworking on our shelter, and it's still it's not. We got rained on all night last night. Every time we caught a fish, it was like a big hurrah. We know we can do something that the boys have been doing every day.
Thousands of tears later.
Stab a crocodile, gut it, and then carry it out of the jungle.
We're not letting those muscles discourage us at all.
You all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
Could you imagine a world where cooperation and communication was a thing? Yeah, sounds really good, but when men go out there to fix problems because that's their nature, modern women do the complete opposite and even blame men for being too rational and not emotional. It is a clown world out there. Women go on dating apps and even flex their long-ass lists of requisites only after riding carousels and breaking the rules for the bad boys. Then they say things like, men ain't shit and all men are the same. To add insult to injury, the harsh reality for these women is that men are the backbone of society, and when shit hits the fan, they're the first ones screaming for strong men to save and protect them. Thankfully, since women love to brag about their independence, when they need help, smart men don't even want to look at them. Since they claim they don't need men and men are rational, they move on and focus on more important things than a pair of tits.
I don't understand where the "we don't need men" argument is even an argument. But the saddest part about it is that it's women's reaction in an age where men have expressed that they feel like the only value that they bring into a relationship or to the world is what they can provide. They talk about how they feel like they are not born with innate value like women are. So the reaction is to tell them, no, actually, that's not so valuable because we can actually do all that stuff ourselves. It's so messed up.
It's all messed up, especially when it's time to fix tires, fish in the middle of the ocean, and build skyscrapers. And that's nothing but a part of what men have been doing to grant everyone, including women, the comfort that they take for granted. In today's video, guys, you'll get to know what women really mean when they say they don't need no men, what men are doing, and responses, and also some funny articles. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
To start off this video, let's check out a funny article from Evie magazine. These women claim that this world is a masculine world, but it looks like they're only talking about their ideologies and not about the facts. I mean, men do build society and all its amenities, but women are pretty much the center of the universe. So much so that even simps worship a woman's feelings as if they were the truth. Let's check what the article has to say. I promise it's really funny. What women mean when they say, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I also don't need to eat bacon or drink red wine or wear mascara. But I enjoy them and they make my life better. Finally, some common sense? Wow. Well, in reality, she's still bold enough to say that they don't need men, but they refuse to accept that everything they enjoy was created and is maintained by men. Let's keep on reading. Historically, women needed men a whole lot more. In the tribal days, women needed their menfolk to hunt food and to protect them from predators, both the four-legged and the two-legged kind. Up through the 1800s in Western civilization, the great majority of women of the gentlemanly class and higher were economically pressured to marry to provide a roof over their head and to put food on their table. We're looking at you, Charlotte Lucas. And guess what? Still to this day, women do need men to put food on their tables. Are women hunting animals or fishing in the ocean in the middle of the night? No, they'd rather enjoy their corporate job while bashing blue-collar men who really provide value to society. Unless you had an independent fortune, yes, we all know you're handsome, clever, and rich, Emma Woodhouse, or were educated enough to work as a governess. Hi there, Jane Fairfax. Marriage was your only option, and if you wanted to have a baby, you definitely needed a man. Historically, women needed men to provide for them and to protect them. And look, you still do.
We do need men, though. We do.
We don't need them.
We do.
No, because they're lesbians.
Who do you call to get your car fixed? A man or a woman? Your toilet breaks down. Who do you call?
So I fix my own car. I can do. I'm motor mechanics.
Your power supply. Who runs it? Who runs the infrastructure of society? Men or women?
Oh, at the moment, men. Obviously,
Yeah.
because of patriarchy. Because of patriarchy.
Oh no.
But nowadays, women can get PhDs and full-time, well-paying jobs, but not the hard jobs like hunting, construction, or fishing. We can buy our own food that was harvested/hunted by men, and pay our own rent. We're not usually being hunted by a wild animal that weighs more than we do. We can travel the world on our own. If we want to have children, we don't have to have a relationship with a man. We can just get a sperm donor or have a one-night hookup or adopt a baby. So yes, I don't need a man seems like a completely true statement. But I don't need a man has been overexpanded to take on more and different meanings. It's become a mantra of mainstream feminist ideology. For other women, it's a coping mechanism or superficial slogan that doesn't really mean what it says. Wow, again, did you hear that? Some honesty right there, good. Let's keep on reading. Third-wave radical feminists really believe they don't need a man. You've probably heard the popular feminist mantra, "A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle," coined by Irina Dunn in 1970 and made popular by Gloria Steinem. This concept is pervasive in our society, even if it's unlabeled. In Disney's Frozen, Anna saves herself by doing an act of true love, rather than receiving one through true love's kiss with a man. Now, I'm not against Anna sacrificing herself to save her sister. It's great, but it really was an act of true love. But it also indicates that Disney princesses aren't impervious to feminist ideology. There was no man saving a damsel in distress to resolve the story's conflict. It feeds into the cultural message that a strong, independent, successful modern woman doesn't and shouldn't need a man to solve her problems or to feel happy. But her cats, the men in her rotation, and their strong need to be right will not either.
I love men. Like, I think men are the coolest, but I don't need them to survive.
You do actually need men to survive, and here's why. Everything that you see around you was built and created and maintained by men.
Okay.
Everything. The infrastructure in this country, in every single country in the world, is built, created, and maintained by good, honest, hardworking men that just want to provide for their family.
In fact, one feminist writer criticizes rom-coms for teaching women that they'll never be a real, whole person without getting endorsed by a husband. She goes further to say that the married state itself is bad for women, citing as evidence the fact that 2/3 of divorces are initiated by the woman. The editor of the New York Times Book Review, Pamela Paul, argues that men aren't even needed to fulfill their role and responsibilities as fathers. She cites studies that supposedly show lesbians are better parents than heterosexual couples, and that single moms are better parents than single dads. She writes, "The bad news for Dad is that despite common perception, there's nothing objectively essential about his contribution."
Oh wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Continuing with the article, academia and radical feminism tell women that having a successful career should be their primary goal. Increasingly, college-educated women view wanting marriage as weakness. They see dependence of any kind, especially on a man, as weakness. Academia and radical feminism tell women that having a successful career should be their primary goal in life. Marriage is secondary. If they want kids, they don't need to be married or have any kind of relationship with a man to acquire a child. Women really don't need men to live fulfilled lives. Or so we're told. The funny thing is that women want to nurture, otherwise they're unhappy. That's why lonely women get a cat or two, or multiple pets for that matter. Why? Because loneliness hits different once no man gives them the time of day and their beauty has simply faded. That is the reality of feminism. Women do need men, but this is what the whole movement is all about.
The feminist movement was fighting for equal opportunity for women in education and the workforce. The sexual revolution was fighting for all sorts of sexual freedoms. Cosmo, we pretended that this sexual revolution was a freedom for women. It actually was not. It was actually kind of a slavery. But we pretended it was freedom for women. And over time, as the sexual revolution and the women's movement got identified closer and closer together, a lot of women began to buy into that illusion.
I'm sure there are hardcore feminists out there who sincerely believe that they don't need a man for anything, live accordingly, and feel sufficiently satisfied with their life. But I'd argue that many women throwing around the statement, "I don't need a man," really means something else, aka, I need men for survival, but once I get that, I'm free to bash men however I want. Having checked this article, let's look at some funny things it says. In all honesty, self-improvement and independence sound good, but it all must be taken with a grain of salt. Prioritizing self-improvement and personal growth before engaging in a relationship is a choice made by some women who recognize the importance of developing themselves as individuals. Yeah, sounds good, but wait for it. They believe that by focusing on their personal growth, they can enhance their self-esteem, build confidence, and gain a deeper understanding of their own desires, values, and aspirations. On paper, this would be the perfect solution to avoid the Chads and Tyrones out there. But here's the kicker. For these women, self-improvement supposedly encompasses various aspects of their lives, such as education, career advancement, physical and mental well-being, and emotional development. If only that emotional development was genuine instead of learning by themselves by messing around with some dudes. Anyways, they may pursue higher education, professional certifications, or acquire new skills to broaden their knowledge and expand their opportunities. By investing time and effort in their personal growth, they aim to become more self-sufficient, independent, and fulfilled individuals to the point of daring to say that they don't need no men. So men, in their logical minds, realize that they don't want that type of girl. This article suggests that engaging in self-improvement activities allows these women to explore their passions, interests, and hobbies. They may dedicate time to engage in creative pursuits, engage in physical fitness routines, participate in volunteer work, or embark on personal development workshops or retreats. Again, if only that was the real story behind the time they want for themselves to get to know themselves more. These experiences, they say, not only contribute to their personal growth, but also provide them with a sense of fulfillment and purpose outside of a romantic relationship. Yeah, a likely story.
Alright, when a girl says, I want to take a break, translation, I want to and or possibly already seeing a guy that is better than you, and I need to take a break from you to see if this guy is better, and I will come back if that guy messes up. Don't fall for it, guys. Kick it to the curb, go find another girl. You're not a second option.
Another crucial point of the article is the I don't need a man narrative and its real meaning. For some women, particularly those who have experienced past relationship hurt or disappointment, declaring I don't need a man can serve as a protective mechanism. It allows them to guard their emotions and avoid potential vulnerability. These women may have faced challenges in their previous relationships or endured heartbreak, leading them to adopt a defensive stance. They might use this mantra to shield themselves from potential pain and disappointment in future romantic endeavors. Right until the bad boy comes their way and these chicks are willing to break the rules. At the end of the day, modern day women do need men for validation, attention, and all that good stuff. Women's insane need for being right is keeping them single, while women from other countries are just trained to be good wives, and the MGTOW philosophy is encouraging more men to avoid modern women. And to wrap up, let me remind you that you can get the milk for free without taking care of the cow. But I guess only Chad and Tyrone are that cruel.
Do we need men?
No, men are.
Why?
They're just.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because they suck.
Do we need men?
Not always.
Why?
We can live without them quite easily, I think.
Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.